Everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to do a new series called Absolute Green Arrow from DC Comics. Well, you probably know that, or not, is that the Absolute line is doing very, very good, especially the Batman and the Wonder Woman, and I believe also Superman is doing pretty good. The whole premise of the book is that Green Arrow is killing billionaires or something, corrupt billionaires, which I'm okay with. You know, with corrupt people, you have to, deal with them. But how about corrupt business owners, corrupt policemen, corrupt people that just do bad things in general. Why it always have to be millionaires? And I'm going into a little bit different debate now. But without further ado, let's dive in, and I'm going to tell you my opinion about the Absolute Green Arrow. Now you probably wonder, if you hate Green Arrow so much, Oliver Queen, why are you buying his book? Well, I hope it's different. I hope it's totally different. There is some different bits in here and that we're going to tackle. Also, this is the cover A, the original cover. So this is covered by Gullum March. I believe that's how you say it. Does it say here? No, but, well, it's Gullum March. Yeah. See, the Absolute Catwoman, not really interested. So the writer, the writer of this book is called, can I say this without getting in trouble? Pornsak Pichetshote. Rafael Albuquerque, and other people. No. Anyway, so we are in Star City where this guy is, boasting on the phone with another guy that they basically killed, or someone killed Oliver Queen. And he says, you saw what Hammond did to him. I said, wait a minute, Hammond? Like Hector Hammond? I mean, that's the only Hammond that I know in the DC universe. Hector Hammond is a villain of Green Lantern, so it's interesting. Anyway, so he says that he wanted to watch. Least Hammond could do after I gave him $300 million to that pack of his. Queen took my company. Yeah, the new guards are Hammond's personal stock, totally ex-military, legit killers who toppled governments. And this guy's smiling, right, because he's hearing that. Oh no, he gets an arrow to the head. So this guy is running away, and he's seeing other guards are dead, and he hears a sound like, Mr. Slade, stay back. No, he's infected with, it's poisoned. He says, hey, I'll do whatever you want, I pay you, just tell me what you want. Before I go into the next page, I like the use of colors, with the bright red and then a little bit of a lightning effect with the light coming in, gives it this orange glow. Not everything is perfect because I'm not a big advocate for a lot of Photoshop things. Just not a fan of that. But, it works in here. And it's... So Green Arrow says, I need an example. Something like that. So... Then the news says that Jubal Slade, that's this guy, right? A tech entrepreneur best known as the co-founder of electronic trading platform Green Arrows Trading. And then we have the news. So I immediately thought, wait a minute. The news is mostly on televisions, right? But we all see that people, doing the watching, media nowadays only on their phones, which is it's normal now, I guess, right? So it seems that Jubal has some controversies about sexual misconducts. People are blaming him. He was a partner of Oliver Queen, who was the co-founder of Green Arrows Trading. So I don't like this, the whole, hey, let's do a double spread page with a lot of words and letters on it. I'm just not a big fan. Anyway, Marcelo, Maiolo, and Jeff Powell are also involved in this, and a lot of other people. And then we go to Dinah Lance, who is a bodyguard, it seems. And she's dealing with obnoxious people, and she's bodyguarding this probably important person. So this guy is getting annoying because he wants to have a photo of this woman called Bria, maybe a pop star or something. So she clocks him because this is happening, and she's getting fired. And now she's talking to Dr. Green. I wonder. And it's a woman, Dr. Annie Green. I don't know what that means. Well, to be honest, I mean, we all know that Oliver Queen is a Green Arrow in the main universe, right? Wouldn't it be cool that he isn't the Green Arrow, but somebody else? You know, because the whole thing about the absolute is that everything is to be somewhat completely different, somewhat, not everything, but most of it, you know? And then maybe she is the Green Arrow or something. I'm just guessing, right? Maybe this is just a coincidence to throw the readers off. Who knows? Anyway, so she's a doctor slash you know, that psychiatrist maybe. And hey, do you want to share your thoughts? Last time we talked about how all this might be connected to what happened after your mother. Well, probably your mother died or something. So she says, you want to know my thoughts? So she says that there's some kind of a study shows that the more people, the more money people have, the more, you know, disconnected they are from the normal people. You know, they are unable to work in their shoes, you know, no empathy and all that stuff. And why should they? The rich always get what they want. So when I work for the obnoxiously loaded ones, I try not to care too. I shut up and do my job. And it makes you angry. You can do more. I'm just tired. Now, there's a little bit of warning towards myself. If this book or this series is about, you know, we need to push socialism, and rich people are bad, but you know, if this book is all about that they are, you know, tax the rich, eat the rich, all that crap, I'm gonna drop this book immediately. I'm not interested in that. So okay, moving on. So again, with the telephone, you know, video calling. Dinah, if you hate your work, you can quit. Right, in this economy, is it worth being miserable? You said you made decent money as an MMA fighter. All right. No, well, it's not decent enough. And she talks about her father, that he needs meds, and therefore, you know, she's doing this work, right? Bodyguard gig pays well. The world got tons of rich jerks too, so I suck it up for that. Of course, now I'm suspended, but there's a sister firm offering me some special assignments. And then we go to that firm, and she's meeting with a guy called Malcolm Merlin. Now, if I remember it correctly, that Malcolm Merlin, and correct me if I'm wrong, if there is old-time DC readers here, wasn't Merlin a arrow guy, a bow guy, a villain that also shoots arrows, like a D-lister DC villain? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, so it seems that we now discovered that Dinah Lance is not only an MMA fighter and now a bodyguard, but she also worked for the police once upon a time, right? And so this guy says, apparently the promotion this sister firm is offering is to protect one of America's most loathed men. Tyler Pharmaceuticals made billions cover up the highly addictive nature of their opioid-based meds, resulting in 1 million deaths and 5 times as many addictions until a class action lawsuit. But CEO Reese Tyler had filed for bankruptcy, letting his billionaire friend Hector Hammond, told you, buy out his assets and install Tyler as the new head of Hammond Pharmaceuticals. Tyler avoided a settlement and profited off the lawsuit. The rich bailing out the rich. Well, yeah, that's how it is. I'm not condoning it. Condoning it that's a good thing. I'm condoning it that's a bad thing. But yeah, it is what it is. So Dinah says, "Are you sure? I mean, I just got it a pop star. Lance, did you talk to Oliver Queen before he died, or Jubal Slade?" So it seems that Dinah knew these guys 8 years ago because Oliver, who was like I said, you talk about politics here. He moved in, I don't know, in this apartment a month ago, and according to Dinah, he was annoying, self-righteous, loudmouth who wouldn't shut up, and immediately fell for that kind of guy. And this was Jubal. You know, he looks like a nerd instead of, you know, this guy who's a little bit jacked. And they were friends or something. And it seems that Oliver, they are working together on an app, some kind of a stop trading app that doesn't charge fees the way online brokers do. And if we can add no account minimums, it could democratize trading. All right, so that could be a good idea. And but you know, he's a geek. He needs to get out more, Ollie. I've tried. He just stares at girls at parties, then comes home angry they don't talk to him. So you're starting a business with him? We've been roommates since college. He's harmless. But this app, it could give regular people better access to money. And that's how real change starts. Working the system because redistributing wealth means redistributing power. I mean, the idea is good. It's about the implementation, how it's been implemented. And that is exactly how it went. So the app went live. And it was a massive success. Green Arrow's trading app lost over 250,000 signups within the first months. And of course, by that point, I was long gone, having caught Oliver cheating on me. Right? But then, a few months ago, his dead body was up on the shore, his head bashed in. It doesn't really look that this is a bashing in of a head, more like a gunshot to his head. It was rumored he was attacked on his yacht, but no one really knew. I inhaled every online theory. You do that when your ex-boyfriend's a murdered billionaire. Yes. You want to tax the rich, right? Anyway, so another use of colors like a more greenish, which I like. All right. So she says this job's related to Jubal's murder. And we want to increase the protection detail around Tyler and my boss, Hector Hammond. Merlin says, well, your job is to not only protect those two, but also maybe investigate and looking for the killer, right? Because you were suggested, not only because you were police, but because you knew Queen and Slade. And you think their deaths are related. All right. Well, actually, yes. And then we see Jubal's body, and his head or eyes are impaled with 2 green arrows. The logo of his former company, in addition, talking about, Oliver Queen. And his eyes were repeatedly stabbed. His fingers were severed with similar damage to his genitals. All the body parts Jubal allegedly couldn't keep off of underage women. Wow. I like this direction, right? So basically, no all this talk about, we need to free these people, they are innocent, or throw them in jail for a year. No, this is real retribution, real vengeance, I guess. And then she's looking at the photos, and I only know one. It's Roy Harper, Mia Durden I don't know, and Tom Holloway also I don't know. A list of suspects my team threw together, a work in progress. And Merlin's saying, talking about people are celebrating the death of Jubal, and she's a little bit surprised by that, right? A man who lied to profit of millions of addictions and deaths. And these are options now? Ignore the monsters we work for, or throw watch parties for their executions. I mean, I remember just pretty well, if we go into real stuff, that a lot of people online are celebrating certain people's deaths or passing aways, right? I mean, I must say we live in a real bad place, I must say. I mean, if you do that, you're just scum, in my opinion, right? Okay, like I said, that's one of the reasons that I don't like real life politics in comics, because we already been bombarded with, stuff like this or similar stuff like this in the real world, right? And people have all different opinions about that, which is fine. But at some point you need to, let go of the extremism and, just act normal. Just don't do stupid stuff. So Hammond and this guy comes in because he doesn't want to do the assignment. She says, my dad's sick. So Hammond says, what? Malcolm, why don't you handle me your tablet, sports? So, Sweetie became a bodyguard to help pay Daddy's doctor bills. That's in my file. No, grown-ups are talking. And I'm guessing insurance covers half Daddy's bills? It's never enough, huh? But work for us and you never worry again. Really? Except, oh no, Daddy just lost all coverage. He can't pay for anything now. What a bastard. Go home and check doll. Go. Then take a selfie of your stupid pig-faced so you remember what a brain-dead cow looks like when she refuses kind people making generous offers. And show up on Monday and be grateful you were paying you. I like the real villainous tone here. I like that. You know, he's a real piece of shit. Anyway, so she's going home, and it seems that Dad just noticed that his coverage is completely gone, and he feels bad for Dinah because he has to work these low-level bad jobs that she doesn't want to do, and he feels guilty about it. He also was a cop, and it seems that her mother and his wife did not after, it says not even after we learned everything Mom did. So it could be a bad thing or a good thing. We don't know that. So something happened with the mother. Don't know what. I like the scenes, touching. And then we go to, they found months later, the Arrow Cave. It's all archery and man cave crap. And these guys are looking for something in here. Whatever the hell they thought Ollie was hiding here, it was important enough for them to both to personally come and look for it. But then they're getting shot by arrows because they are not safe. And this guy's got a scratch. And you okay? Of course not, you moron. That thing scratched my... Yeah, this looks good. They're poisoned. This arrow has a grenade. And you know what I mentioned, Photoshop, that I really dislike it? This looks good. This is Photoshop done well, although I prefer, have drawn stuff. But it looks well. I like the body language when they are being blown away, and the colors and the light and the effects here. It's well done. I must say, I'm enjoying this. So then we finally see Green Arrow in its glory, and she is concussed or something, or she's down, and we see these flames. But then he does this. So he basically deattaches his arrow, and it turns into blades with a rope, and he kills all the guards here. It looks great. His form, his speed. Who the hell fights like this? What the hell is he? Actually looks good, by the way. Hammond, he says, you know what you did to what you did, Oliver Queen. What? You know what you did, Oliver Queen. And he says, no, it wasn't me. It didn't kill him. It was Carter. And he chops off his hand. It doesn't matter. It's time you all finally face the consequences. Wait, was Hammond saying he knows who killed Ollie? Says Dinah, and she shoots at Arrow. Next time, Hector. Just wait and see what I slice away. How the hell does this Green Arrow factor into that? And does Hammond know? Malcolm list of suspects, Harpen, Dearden, Holloway. Is he one of them? None of them. And then this is happening because I don't know what's more disturbing. Watching Hammond scream as he stares at his bloody stump of an arm after the killer just threatened to hack him to pieces. Or knowing I'm smiling watching this monster suffer. I like that, right? Because Hammond is a piece of shit. Later, when they brought him to the hospital, she and Merlin are, searching the cave, right? And then they found some kind of a hidden door. The explosion must have jarred it loose. Residue showed no one's accessed the opening in months. Which means this must be what Hammond was looking for. The secret Ollie hid. The man who always tried to do the right thing by working the system. Well, so it seems that this boy was dead for a long time, but not decomposed. And that was only the strangest part. Damn it, Ollie, what the hell were you up to? This is cool. What an ending. So what do I think about it? I think it's pretty cool, I must say. I think more like it's not really about this comic about the Green Arrow, although he is the, can I say antagonist? He's not really a protagonist, right? He kills people. But more about Dinah Lance and her relationship with Ollie. And so again, I hope this is someone else. And if not, How did Ollie came back from the dead? We're going to find out into, I hope, the next issue or the issues after that. I have only issue 2. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the video. Stick around, subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.